Our friends at Mattel sent me an email this last week saying, hey, we're going to throw a bunch of Matchbox and Hot Wheels sneak peeks into a package and send it your way. We're sending you the Deutschland design container set. I said, awesome. They said, we're sending you some upcoming sneak peeks from the next Hot Wheels diorama set. I said, super awesome, and wait till you see these. They're amazing. And I'll show that in an upcoming video. And they also said we're going to throw in some Matchbox. The only issue, the new collectors, the next mix of collectors, the only issue is that in transit to us, these models got crunched, or at least the packaging. I said, as long as the models are fine, I don't care about the packaging, as you guys probably know. And I don't think you guys care either. You want to see these models. That's what I'm going to show you today. Latest mix of 5. I think the first mix had the Nissan GTR left over from 2021. This is the next mix. We've got 1 new casting. In some ways, for some of you, 2 new castings. Okay, let's just go from this side to this side, and we'll start with the 1995 Subaru Svx. Let me show you the back. I'll give you that if you want to look for it to see when it's going to hit stores. I assume this will hit fairly soon. Sometimes it's a little bit different. All right, we won't focus on the crunched packaging. Subaru Svx. This is a Rio Asada design. This is the 3rd version, right? Last there's a white, and then there was a maroon series, and then boy, getting them out of this packaging because it's a little crunched, a little hard. But obviously, these all come with boxes. I'm not going to spend too much time focused on the boxes since they're kind of a little destroyed, but you can obviously save those. And here we go. So these cars, the collector mix is a mix of opening parts models and just standard basics that they upgrade with 2-piece tires. Sometimes they're the Matchbox 2-piece. Sometimes they borrow from the Blue brand to do these. These are original Matchbox wheels. We've all heard, we all have opinions about the Matchbox wheels. I think the 2-piece wheels are not, they leave a little to be desired. Some are better than others depending on the casting. Obviously on this one, I love the color on this one. Very appropriate for the era of the car. White wheels are cool, but yeah, they're a little small and they could be a little better detailed, right? I think that goes without saying. I don't think I need to say that on every one of these releases, but this is the only one where I think the wheels are a little bit, a little short, right, in terms of the overall quality of the casting, because everything else on this looks fantastic. Falcon design, Matchbox in Japanese. And let's move on to the Corvette, 2016 Corvette Stingray. I don't know, 3rd, 4th version of this one. Started as a police car, and then they moved to the opening parts. This is the opening parts version. It has the opening hood. Let's get this one open. Try and get it out without dropping. There's the box. And here is the model. First thing I'll do is open the hood. And it even says Corvette on there. I love how they do that. Pretty distinct. It's really cool. So this one has kind of a red, white, and blue design to it. Racing version, right? It's got the Hot Wheels Real Riders on it, the 5-spoke, which looks good on this one. We're going to be getting the C8 Corvette with an opening, well, since it's a mid-engine, it's in the back, right? The opening part. I don't know what mix that's coming in, but this will be obviously 2 Corvettes that we'll be getting in the premium mix. So I like that one too. All right, let's move on to the 3 trucks. We're going to start by going way back, 1935 Ford pickup done in a rat rod style. This one, I know Abe Lugo loves this kind of stuff, and this design is definitely, his making, putting this car in here, and it hits its peak in Moon Eye's livery, no doubt. Let's get this one open. Let's make sure we don't drop. Make a pile of cars. I promise I'm filming over our little fire pit, but I'm not going to light that on fire, that's for sure. All right. Okay, this is awesome. First thing I notice is actually a little pinstriping on the corner there. So this one's got some pinstripe on the corner up above the window. Notice that. It's got the mismatched wheels, right? The cool, done with Hot Wheels Real Riders as well, which really works here. Treaded tires. Moon Eye's livery, which looks so cool. This one is, whether you're into hot rods, rat rods, whatever else, I mean, this is the kind of stuff, I've mentioned this over and over again, like maybe you know, maybe this isn't totally your gig, but Matchbox and Hot Wheels, the way they're just embracing different elements of car culture, it just makes it so much fun. Not just replicas, which I love, like exact replicas of cars, which we're going to see in the next one, but kind of taking on this kind of styling, and the Moon Eyes deco here is fantastic. So there is that. All right, two more, also pickups. I said one, this is a brand new casting. We're going to see this for the first time. This one, well, we'll get to it in just a minute. But let's talk about the 2020 Ram Rebel. There's your artwork. There's your card artwork. Shows up. This is actually number one. I don't know if they're putting all the new castings towards the front. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if we've seen the entire list of these models, what all the 20 castings are. I know that Matchbox tends to put out sneak peeks. All right, let's see if I can get this one. There we go. Tends to put out sneak peeks every Friday on Instagram. If you're not following in Matchbox World on Instagram, you definitely should, because they're always going to give you something on Friday, which is kind of fun. All right, let's check out this Ram, because this is shown up in these sneaks. All right, here it is. First thing, does have an opening hood. Oop. I'm going to try and show it to you. There we go. Sometimes you don't stay open, so you go upside down to be able to see them. Can you see the detailing there? I think you can. Really cool. Once again, detailed. I think it says, I can't totally tell, but maybe on the close-up you guys can. Does it say Rebel? I'm looking off camera now. I think it does say Rebel in there on the engine. Anyway, let's take a look at the model itself. This, like I said, this is a replica. These wheels are Matchbox two-piece wheels, and in this case, I think they work really, really well with the heavy tread, those black rims. These wheels I like on the appropriate model, right? And in this case, this is I think this is very appropriate. It's got the big sunroof, kind of modern truck, looks really good. In fact, the original, the police Ram that they did was always one that I've liked. All right, let's finish it off with the 1964 Chevy C10 Long Bed, not to be confused with the step side. In fact, they're different years too, right? This one is 1963 C10 step side, which we've seen several versions of, right? I pulled out this one with the two-piece wheels and the opening hood with the engine there, which looks cool. And because we're going Moon Eyes, I brought out the other Moon Eyes truck, which looks nice as well. But this one, we'll do some compare and contrast here. But this is the 1964 Long Bed. This one debuted as a special Mattel Creations Matchbox Collector set, right? It becomes the acrylic case. So this one debuted there, but they did make this casting so that it could show up in other ranges, including moving parts and Matchbox Collectors. So we get the Long Bed 64 and the step side 63. Get this one pulled out. There is the box, nice and crunched, but we want to see the model. So very, very cool. Let's do a compare and contrast here. Well, let's see. There's no detailing on that one. Is there detail? Well, there really isn't. So we'll just pull this one out. Show you. This one didn't get the detailing in the front, the old Moon Eyes one, but the Long Bed did, and you can see, I think there might be some subtle differences in the grille, right? Like square headlights versus round headlights. Obviously, step side versus Long Bed, so this one's going to be considerably longer. Let's try not to drop these than the others, but there obviously are some similarities between the two. So let's first off have a look at the engine. Similarly constructed, right? I don't know, is there going to be a difference in the engine? Should we look? A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Trying to get those so you can see them both. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So here it is. This is a very, very cool version. Matchbox small parts deliveries. Obviously, it's got a little bit of the aged rust patina look, which looks very, very cool. Love the color. Wheels work here. I mean, they could be better, but they're not terrible on this. I know that's not a high compliment, but they work. They don't look out of place. So I do like this one. This casting is cool. In fact, when I did get the collectors, I don't even think I took it out of the acrylic case or unscrewed it from the base. So it's nice to have this version, which I actually think I like better than the original collector's version. This one is very, very cool. Love how it's detailed all around with the patina coloring. It's got the front detailing, which it needs. I think this is the highlight of the set. You guys tell me what you think, but I think it's this one. There you go. That is Matchbox Collectors. You guys tell me what you think. Which one's your favorite? I'm going with the 64 pickup. You guys can tell me what you think. Thanks, everybody. Bye.